Hey everybody, it's Steph from the High Moving Podcast. So that does it for Skip Bayless. Picture wrap on his TV career for the time being. As I'm sure y'all heard the news by now, he is leaving Undisputed from what I read later this summer. Man, this wasn't a surprise, right? I mean, look, the ratings were dropping, they were dwindling. Okay, this mixed cast of characters when they started with Richard Sherman, Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Irvin, right? After the departure of Shannon Sharp, right? I mean, Shannon Sharp leaving was a huge mistake. Them firing Shannon Sharp, them getting rid of him was a massive mistake, right? They couldn't find a way to make it work. All right. And it felt like, Shannon was getting too big for Skip Bayless' show. Well, maybe if you hitch your wagon to Shannon Sharp, it's very possible that Undisputed would be thriving with Shannon, maybe bringing someone else, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, you bring in a Shannon Sharp, a Nick Wright, maybe. Well, they both like LeBron, so maybe not too much back and forth. But, they could have found a way to make it work, right? But Skip's the guy, right? He's the one they had gotten from ESPN. Then Shannon joined. Then Shannon's profile blew up, et cetera, right? And look, the landscape is changing, right? ESPN is always going to be ESPN, okay? They're always going to have viewership no matter what. As long as they have, characters over there on that network, they're always going to get some kind of numbers, all right? It's not going to completely tank, all right? However, for Skip Bayless, I mean, look, there's better stuff to watch elsewhere, whether catching clips on the X feed, catching clips on YouTube, or just other commentators, sports commentators on YouTube, other YouTubers, right? That talk sports and stuff like that. I enjoy watching them as well, right? As opposed to watching Undisputed. Only when, he says something that's kind of like, out there, whatever, then it's worth talking about it, right? I believe he didn't even make it to his last, maybe this is his last year of the deal. In 2021, they said he signed a 3-year or a 4-year, $32 million deal. So maybe this is the 4th year, and that's it, right? Also to note, Colin Cowherd deal comes at the end of the football season, so he is going to be another big name, and he has the volume, right? Growing, got Shannon Sharp tied in there. Colin's smart to be on the internet as well. Like a lot of these guys built an internet platform, right? Shannon Sharp, Colin Cowherd, Skip, his internet platform, his YouTube platform, not so good, right? Not very entertaining. He doesn't bring on any guests. Maybe he has, but definitely not to the level of Shannon Sharp, right? What does it say about Skip? Maybe it's time to retire, right? Isn't Skip 70 plus years old, right? He's been in TV for a while. Maybe this is a good time for him to exit. The platform, or at least Undisputed, it was dying. It wasn't really engaging. Constant cowboy talk during football season, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, there was no more juice and no more life left for Undisputed. So that's it, very predictable to see it's coming. For me, ever since Shannon left and they had this new Undisputed, I was just like, how is this gonna work, right? They try to bring in, Weezy on Fridays and these rappers, Yella Beezy, and this other guy, Alan Cubis, right, on Wednesdays to talk sports. I don't know if they probably dropped that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, just weird gimmicks, right? Then last minute you bring in Paul Pierce. No knock on Paul Pierce, but that's not gonna do it. So I think people have checked out. Nobody's waking up in the morning to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work a lot remote, so when I, have the TV on or whatever in the background, get my day started, I'll have it on, or, first take. But then after I eat my breakfast, I turn it off and get back to work, right? Like, there's nothing really captivating from the show anymore, right? I mean, look, man, like, look, Fox, they have money. Right, they pay Tom Brady, but I'm sure the bag is not as big as ESPN to go around, right? Look, man, this debate format, TV style show ended with Shannon left. Okay, it's pivoted to a panel style. ESPN can do the panel style a little bit better than what was on Undisputed, right? So look, they're saying he's leaving, but is Undisputed actually going to be like completely gone, right? It's not gonna, like, Keyshawn and Paul Pierce or Michael Irvin, they're not gonna keep running it. No, you know. So yeah, man, the writing was on the wall, man. You know, so looks like you know, Fox saw the numbers. The show isn't worth keeping around, obviously. You know, the advertisement dollars is still not enough to cover whatever production costs, Skip's salary, right? So yeah, man. So hey, look, I don't feel bad for Skip at all. You know, that's not really. It's just kind of like, okay, ho hum. Like we all knew this was the most likely outcome. I was of the mindset of just like, I don't know how this lasts. Like it's gonna go from summer all the way through football season. Like it's gonna make it to football season, and clearly, at least for Skip's, he's not gonna make it to football season, right? So I guess Skip is gonna. I guess what's next for him, is it retirement, or is he going to go all in on his YouTube channel? I guess, or just keep making clips on Instagram and X, right? You know, tweeting nonstop. He hasn't really done a good job to position himself for a situation like this. You know, maybe he felt he didn't need to. He was getting paid like what, $8 million a show, or what, he was $32 million. So like, yeah, about $8 million per year. Not sure, you know. Yeah, expensive living in California. So, but maybe he's made enough money, right? Crazy turn of events, but not even a long time coming. This was the only route for it to go, right? and it's like, you just see, you know, the guys that Skip. Listen, I'm sure those guys are thankful to Skip. You know, Stephen A. Smith thanks Skip, and look what he's about to do. Maybe this possibly could leverage Stephen A. massively. It'd be insane, right? I don't think this is gonna happen, but it would be insane if Stephen A. Smith, right, ends up you know, on FS1, right? As this is free, this is cleared the decks for that possibility. Maybe that adds negotiation leverage for Stephen A. to get that $100 million. If not, this for damn sure solidifies that, because if he ever entertains Fox now, because my mindset was Stephen A. is looking for that money, but how is he gonna, like, he's only asking from ESPN, who else would pay him? Well, now this possibly opens that up, right? Possibly, right? I mean, look, Fox may not have a lot of money, but they probably would do this, you know, offer Stephen A. Smith a deal. Maybe this starts the bidding war for Stephen A. Smith if Fox feel Stephen A. Smith can save their network, right? That would be a crazy turn of events. Massive negotiation leverage for Stephen A. Smith, biggest winner in all of this. Shannon Sharp, clearly the biggest winner in all of this, right? Colin Cowherd, biggest winner in all of this, right? There's gonna be a lot of guys because of this. A big face like this leaving Fox. Who's to say with the next domino, right? You know, so a lot of guys, whenever the contract ends, you know, who's gonna be the next big face on Fox when it comes to sports talk media, right? So major news, big news, huge. Didn't expect the news to drop, but I did expect this to happen at some point before football season. I would have been shocked that this show, as currently constructed, would have made it there, man. Crazy. Let me know what y'all think about Skip Bayless' exit from Undisputed, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.